My family let my daughter almost die, and 3 weeks earlier I had sold my car to pay my brother's rent. And what happened at that kitchen table the night I found out, I still can't say out loud without my hands shaking. You need to know who these people are before I tell you what they did. My mom. She's the kind of woman who will show up to your birthday with a homemade cake and remind you every single year that she sacrificed her own dreams for this family. She keeps a running tally in her head, always. My brother Marcus, 41 years old, perpetually in between jobs, perpetually in some kind of crisis, and somehow perpetually everyone's first priority. And then there's my daughter, Layla, 17, quiet. The kind of kid who apologizes for asking for a glass of water. She was diagnosed with a rare kidney condition 18 months before any of this happened. Manageable, until it wasn't. And me? I've been the fixer in this family since I was 9 years old. For 20 years, I was the one they called. When my mom's roof caved in, I paid for it. When Marcus got evicted, twice, I covered it. When my aunt needed a lawyer and couldn't afford one, I spent 3 weekends driving her to consultations and paid the retainer myself. I never said no. Not once, because that's not what you do. That's what I was taught. Family comes first. Looking back, I should have noticed that the phrase family comes first was only ever said to me, never about me. Layla's treatment started getting more expensive around month 10. The medication alone was nearly $800 a month after insurance. I picked up extra shifts, I sold things, I reorganized everything. And I didn't ask for help right away because I thought I could handle it. I always handle it. But then month 14 hit, and her condition escalated, and the specialist said she needed a procedure. $11,000. Not covered. That's when I made the calls. I called my mom first. She said, and I remember this exactly, she said, "Oh, honey, I just helped Marcus move into his new place. I'm tapped out." Marcus had just moved into a 2-bedroom apartment that I didn't know about, that apparently required family financial assistance, that apparently nobody thought to mention to me while I was rationing my daughter's medication. I called my aunt, my cousins, my uncle who I flew to see in the hospital 2 years before, sat with for a week straight, took unpaid leave from work for. The answers were all some version of the same thing. Times are hard right now. I wish I could. Have you tried a payment plan? Silence. That kind of silence that doesn't feel like absence. It feels like an answer. 3 weeks later, my mom called a family dinner, a birthday dinner, for Marcus. I almost didn't go, but I did, because that's what I do. I sat there, watched everyone pass food around, laugh, sing, watched my brother blow out candles on a cake my mother spent 2 days making, and something in me just broke open. After dinner, while everyone was still at the table, I said it, quietly, no dramatics. I need to tell you all something. Layla's procedure is in 6 weeks. I've been trying to cover it alone. I asked most of you for help, and I just want you to know she's scared, and I'm scared, and I've never asked this family for anything, not once, not in 20 years. The table went quiet. And then my mother looked at me, and I want you to really hear this. She looked at me and said, "You've always been so capable. We just assumed you had it handled." That was it. That was the whole answer. We assumed you had it handled. My brother stared at his plate. My aunt suddenly needed to check on something in the kitchen. One by one, the table found somewhere else to look. No offers, no apologies, no, "Let me call you tomorrow and figure this out." Just the sound of forks on plates. I picked up my purse, I kissed Layla on the top of her head, she'd come with me because of course she had, and I walked out. I cried in the car for about 45 seconds, then I stopped because Layla was in the passenger seat looking at me and she said, "Mom, we'll figure it out." 17 years old, sick, comforting me. I started a fundraiser that night.